Okay, so let us move on further with our division topic, and we are going to see 2-digit division by 1-digit division. Now some of these you've learnt in 2nd standard. Let us revise them. 81 divided by 9. Now you know 81 comes in the table of 9. So it's 9 9s are 81. Please see where I have written the quotient. The quotient, when you are dividing two numbers together, the quotient should be always written in ones place. You will not write 9 in tens place, that is above 8. You cannot write that. You have to write it in ones place because we are dividing 81 together. That is why. So here we have got 9 as quotient and 0 as remainder. Now see the next example. It is 64 divided by 8. Again 8 8s are 64. So we have got quotient as 8 and remainder as 0. Again see where I have written the quotient, and whenever you are dividing, first you have to write the quotient, then you will write the number here which is to be subtracted. Let us go for another example, a different type of example now. 59 divided by 7. Now 59 does not come in the table of 7. So we need to find out a number from the table of 7 which will be closer or nearer to 59, but it should be smaller than 59. So it is 7 8s are 56. 7 9s are 63. We cannot go because 59 will be smaller than 63. So we are going to subtract 56 from 59. So here we have got a remainder as 3 and quotient as 8. Let us go for the next example. Again 49 does not come in the table of 5. So we have to find out a number which is closer and smaller than 49. So it is 5 9s are 45. And we have got 4 as remainder and 9 as quotient. Now as I have earlier said that whenever there is a 0 remainder, when we write a division sentence, we never write a remainder, which is not to be mentioned. So if I want to write a division sentence for 81, I would write 81 divided by 9 is equal to 9, as there is no remainder or 0 remainder. But here when you write a division sentence for this sum, you will write it as 59 divided by 7 is equal to 8 is the quotient and remainder is 3. You have to mention the remainder as there is remainder. Here there is no remainder or 0 remainder, so we have not mentioned it. We will see some more examples. Okay, so here are some more different examples. Now see the sum 96 divided by 8. Now you know 96 is not in the table of 8. But here you need to see the first digit, which is 9 and which is greater than 8 or greater than the divisor. So whenever the first digit of any sum is greater than the divisor or equal to divisor, we have to divide the first number and then we go for the second digit. So first we are going to divide 9 as an individual number and then we are going to go for 6. So it is 8 1s are 8. Please see where I have written the quotient. That is why in the last sum I had told you that when you are dividing the whole number together, if we are dividing 96 together, then we would write the quotient on number 6. But here we are going to divide 9 differently and 6 differently. So we have to write the quotient on 9. So it's 8 1s are 8. 1 remains. Now we are going to bring this 6 down. It becomes 16. So when it becomes 16, 8 table 16 comes in the table of 8. So it is 8 2s are 16. So we have 12 as the quotient and 0 as the remainder or no remainder. Now let us see another sum. 56 divided by 4. Again see the first digit. The first digit of the number is greater than 4. So whenever the first digit of the number is greater than the divisor or equal to divisor, we are going to divide them separately. So we will be dividing 5 first, then we will bring 6 down. So now it is 4 1s are 4. Again please see where I have written the quotient. It is on number 5 as I am dividing number 5 only now. So 1 remains. Now I am bringing this 6 down. It's become 16. Now when it's become 16, we know it is 4 4s are 16. So the quotient is 14 and the remainder is 0. Let us see another example. 75 divided by 5. Again 7 is greater than 5. So we will be dividing 7 first and it is 5 1s are 5. 2 remains and we bring this 5 down. It becomes 25 and it is 5 5s are 25. So again our remainder is 0 and our quotient is 15. Now here if you see, there is a relation between quotient and the divisor. When you multiply these both, you get the dividend. So it's 12 8s are 96 or 8 multiplied by 12 is 96. Same goes here. 14 4s are 56, 15 5s are 75. We are going to see one more different example now. Now see the example. 80 divided by 8. We know 80 is in the table of 8. 8 10s are 80, everyone knows. But you see the first digit which is equal to the divisor. Here you can see the first digits are greater than the divisor. Here the first digit is equal to the divisor. As I told earlier, when the first digits are greater than the divisor or equal to the divisor, we have to divide them separately. So we are going to first divide 8, then we will take 0 down. So it's 8 1s are 8. Now I am bringing this 0 down. Is my sum over here? No, my sum does not get over here as I have brought a number down. Though it is 0, but it's a number. So I have brought it down and I need to divide these zeros. So when here it is 0, we have to go for 8 zeros are 0. And we are going to subtract these two zeros here. And then we have got 0 as remainder and 10 as quotient. Okay. Now we will see two more sums which are a little bit different. 79 divided by 6. Now again you see the first digit is greater than 6. So we have to divide 7 first. Then we can bring 9 down. So 6 1s are 6. 1 remains. Now I am bringing this 9 down. But now the number 19 is not in the table of 6. So how do we divide it? We have to find out a number which is closer to 19 but smaller than 19. So it's 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12 and 6 3s are 18. So we are going to go for 6 3s are 18. And now we have got a remainder here. So the quotient is 13 and the remainder is 1. Let us see another example like this. Again 9 is greater than 4, but we have to find out a number. See, here it was 7, so we did 6 1s are 6. Now here it is 9, so we have to think little differently. So we can go for 4 2s are 8 because 8 is smaller than 9 and 8 is closer to 9. So we have to find out a number always which is closer. So 9 minus 8 is 1 and bring this 7 down. Now this 17 does not come in the table of 4. So again we need to find out a number which is closer to 17 and smaller than 17, and that is 4 4s are 16. So here also we have got the remainder. The quotient is 24 and the remainder is 1.